Good morning, guys. 8:11. Got to the office a few minutes ago. Traffic was crazy today. The schools got back in session, so I think everybody was getting to where they got to go. Got to account for that going forward, that the schools are back in session. Anyways, though, we have been getting the DTF printer all started for today because we have a very busy day ahead of us. We have to get the DTF printer, the second one, up and running today. That is my goal, to have it at least print one transfer that we can use by the end of the day. And we also have a t-shirt order that we have to get printed. It is like 70 or 80 full color DTF transfers, so we got to get the transfers printed and then pressed, but I still am waiting on the artwork from my artist to come back, so that I had to send it out for him to get vectorized. And once we get that back, we can go ahead and throw it on the printer and get those printed. But for right now, we're just getting the Halloween Town WW pre-made transfers all printed on the DTF. Goodness gracious, I can't speak this morning. Getting the Halloween Town WW transfers printed on the DTF printer. There we go. This is our definitely number one selling design. It's this Halloween Town Halloween transfer, and people are loving it, buying it like crazy on TikTok Shop, on the website, and everything. We also have some new things coming down the pipeline. It's actually right here, if that's helpful, with this transfer. So stay tuned on that. We already have our first order for it that we need to get fulfilled and shipped out. So you guys will be seeing that very soon for sure. But in the meantime, now that we have this going, Michaela and I are going to get started finishing up building the DTF printer number 2. And the only thing that we really have to get going is filling up the ink tanks and then pulling the ink through the lines to get rid of any air in the actual ink lines, because that is an undesirable effect that you do not want. So we got to get going on that. And then, guys, I think we will honestly be ready to go. I have to install the print control software on the computer. That's never really the most fun thing. Hopefully everything goes smoothly with that, and we don't need to get a different computer like we had to with the last one, just because the print software that was not working on my laptop, and we had to end up just buying a dedicated computer for the DTF printer. So we'll see how all of that goes. Michaela also wants me to tell you guys.
I don't know if Alex can see it. You see that? I know. I put it further down. It's not focusing. Oh, there you go. No, barely. Right there. It says 1 million views. So our first TikTok to hit 1 million ever.
That is crazy, guys. I can't ever imagine that we would be at a point where we're getting 1 million views on a video. Like, what the heck is this even, man? I can't even, like, if you would have told me 3 years ago when I started all this, like, literally in my garage, that we would have a TikTok video with 1 million views, I would have a YouTube channel with almost 500 subscribers, like, I wouldn't have believed you, man. This has been a crazy adventure, and I have all of you guys to thank for all of your support. Just thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. It should be coming fairly soon.
Feel this way. Oh!
All right, guys. So this morning, Michaela and I have just been working on getting the ink lines filled up, all of the air out of the lines, and completely connected. So now we are all good with that. You guys can see right there, we have the buckets full of ink. The ink ran through the lines completely, and all of the print heads connected. So really the only thing that we need to do now is get the printer connected to the computer, but turns out the computer that I was going to use is just too slow, and it's like 6-7 years old, so I don't blame it. Time for an upgrade on that. We're just gonna go ahead and grab like a pretty small little computer from Micro Center. They have one for $375, and it has a gigabit Ethernet port, so that should be perfectly adequate for what we need it for. Also 16 gigs of RAM. So yeah. But in the meantime, Micro Center doesn't open till 10, and it's currently 9:52. So what I'm going to do is get everything all set up, so that when we get the computer, all we need to do is get that set up, and then we can load the software on, can load ink, and then in all honesty, guys, I think we might be able to get this guy going before the end of the afternoon, hopefully. And yeah, I'm gonna wait to put on the car cover for the print head just because there might be some issues. I don't want to take it off. Plus, if you guys have ever like built a computer, it's like bad luck to put the side panel on before you're finished building it. So I'm kind of like bringing over that stereotype to building printers and not putting on the car cover until I know that everything is good to go. I'm just going to clean this up just a little bit, and then we will get started moving this guy on over to its final resting place. All right, guys, there is printer number 1. So for printer number 2 on Saturday, I think we're going to come in and sort everything about that out. We're going to take this down and then move the break area into the reception area. That'll be our work and break area kind of communal thing. And then we can leave the entire warehouse for production. That makes a lot more sense. It'll be more quiet, relaxing for everybody involved. So that'll be cool. We're going to do that on Saturday so we don't have to interrupt the printing process on the printer right now. I think it's going to take a while. I want to clean the floors in there. They're really dirty. And then just taking this down, just moving everything over. I think it's going to take a lot longer than we think, so I'm going to dedicate Saturday to that. We'll come on in, get everything sorted with that, and then hopefully on Monday we can come in to the reception area being completely open and beautiful. So I can't, like, look at this, guys. This looks insane, man. I can't believe where we're at. It's so crazy. We literally have only been in this spot for like a year and a few months, and it has changed so much since we first got in here. When we first got in here, all we had was the press, the dryer, this table, that table, and the washout booth. We didn't have anything else. And now we have the auto, we have a printer in there, we have another printer out here, we have all of these cabinets, the shelves, everything, guys. It is something. I can't believe that we get to do this every day that we do. That's just something amazing. And yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of reflecting in this video. And I don't know, guys. It's just a really good feeling, you know. So right now, just turned 10 o'clock. We're going to head out to Micro Center, grab the computer, and then we can get going on this. All right, guys. Got a little PC from Micro Center. It was $369. Should just do fine. It was like 16 gigs of RAM and I think like a 12th gen i5. So that should do fine. And then I got that, but then I didn't realize that it didn't have any HDMI ports. So the monitor I was using was VGA, and to get a VGA to DisplayPort adapter from Micro Center, it was going to be like $44.99. So I could have just got like an $89 monitor, which is what I ended up doing. So now I could have either paid like $45 for an adapter or just gotten a monitor for $40 more. So I figured I would do that. The old monitor, as you can tell by it being VGA, was pretty lacking. So this would be good to have looking at the artwork before we send it to the DTF printer and whatnot and everything. So as you guys can see on the screen though, I have the Hanso Soft software installed. Everything was not very easy to get set up. I will go over that more in the detailed course, but they actually make it pretty easy for you. All you have to do if you run into some problems is do the repair file on the Microsoft redistributable file. So they do help you out with that if you do run into any problems. They don't just leave you stranded, thankfully. But with that, guys, that leaves only one thing to do, and that is to plug the DTF printer into the computer and turn her on for the first time. All right, guys, got the cord. I ended up getting an extension from Micro Center while I was there, and then just a Cat 6 coupler, which I can show you guys in a second. But got the printer plugged in, so now we can go ahead and give it a turn on, let everything boot up, and see if we can get things sorted out on the computer so that we can recognize it on the Hanso Soft. Moment of truth, guys. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Is that a bad sign? Okay.
Sometimes that one does it, if you don't press it all the way.
Okay, I think Michaela might have goofed the press on that one, but we seem to be, it gave me a heart attack. It seems to be all good.
Well, one of them does it when I don't press it.
So right now it's just figuring out exactly where it is. Everything looks good, guys. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go ahead and get this configured on the computer. Here we go, guys. Woo! All right, guys, gonna come over to the computer and get everything configured with the IP settings on the printer, and then see if we can get this thing to be recognized in Hanso Soft, and maybe even start running a print today. Who knows, guys? Oh my gosh, guys, I think we're recognized. We're recognized, friends. We are recognized! Woo! If you guys can see that right now, the Hanso Soft is loading some parameters onto the printer. And oh my goodness, guys, I'm gonna go grab one of the hard drives and, well no, first I think I actually have to load ink on this. And just get some of the ink flowing through the lines perfectly just to make sure everything's going right. And then we'll get started on that, make sure that the heads are in registration, stuff like that before we get started on running some prints. All right, guys, here we go. First time actually controlling the printer. I'm going to run a print adjust to just see how the print heads are in registration. All right, guys, let's take a look here. Honestly, they look pretty perfect.
2, 1.
There we go, guys. The first file being printed on the DTF printer. Oh my goodness, guys, this is crazy! Yeah, Michaela just said it's cutting off right there. Got to make a slight adjustment to the X margin, but holy cow, guys. Yeah, just a little bit, but it seems to be sorting itself out. Oh no, there's some banding.
Okay, we'll clean it.
Alright, let's run another head cleaning on this and try again. Alright guys, getting the powder added. It's going to be nice to be able to use this thing again. I also took the ventilation out of the box. For right now, I do plan to mount some actual ducting to vent to the outside, but in the meantime, this will be an alright stopgap. Everything seems to be progressing well, guys. I really can't complain. This is awesome. What's up, guys? 243. Got the DTF printer running behind me, so sorry if it's a little loud. Right now, I am getting the DTF transfers cut up for the order that I was talking about earlier. It is 86 shirts, so we printed 90 just in case we need to. Front only. It's going to be a challenge to get these done by the end of the day. I honestly don't think we're going to be able to. I think we might have to expedite these and pay for a local delivery of these and drop them off at the school tomorrow because they're expecting them tomorrow. So we were just going to send them tonight and they would get them tomorrow. But what we could do is send them tomorrow morning local delivery and then they would still get there later that afternoon. So that's what we're going to keep in the back of our pocket, but hopefully we don't have to and we can get these shipped out tonight. Everything today just took a little bit longer, but I just probably spent the last like 30 minutes just sitting watching the DTF printer in appreciation. Just like that sense of accomplishment, you know, that was my main goal for today, was getting that printer up and running, and to have been able to achieve that. I don't know, it's just been a really long time coming getting that second guy in here, and when you finally are able to realize those dreams and are making money off of your investment, you guys, you know how that feels. It's a really good feeling. So I was just soaking that in for a little while, letting these run, sorting out just a couple of little bugs. The film kept on pulling too fast, so I was just fixing that, trying to fine tune little things here and there. I think everything is nice and sorted out now. I only have to add powder about once every 15 minutes, which is great. A lot better than the one in there, because since the powder dispenser is gummed up, like I said, it doesn't. We don't use that. We just pour the powder directly onto the print area, and that doing it that way uses a lot more. Or we just have to powder it more often because it's not a continuous flow like it is with the feeder. There's also another thing that we have to fix on the printer out there that we have had. It was just when we were installing this one, we realized that we did something wrong with the sensor on the film in the back of the printer, if you guys are familiar. So we're gonna have to adjust that sometime tomorrow probably. What we have been doing to get past the problem has just been like basically taping the rocker to the ground so that it would stay constantly fed. I don't know if what any of them saying makes any sense to you guys. It would probably be helpful if I had some visualizations for you. Maybe if I have any time today, I will take some pictures and overlay those for you. But anyways, I have, like I said, 86 of these to get cut up, 90 transfers, and then we have to get them applied to the t-shirts and start pressing these. Michaela currently is making a TikTok. We also started selling the crew necks, the actual finished goods rather than the transfers themselves. So that's exciting. We've already had a couple of sales on those. And what we have been doing for those is just using Aviva Wholesale basically as our warehouse. And then we don't have to actually buy any shirts in inventory. We can just simply use them as our warehouse and go collect the garments that we need every day from them. They're only about 14 minutes down the street, so it's not that big of a deal, and it definitely saves us from having to buy the inventory up front and stuff like that. I'm excited to get into that. It's a lot more of a profitable business per item sold, so it'll be interesting to see. It's just a lot more competitive, but I think since we finally are having our own audience, like Michaela has almost 20,000 followers on WW Transfers. I have 5,000 followers on the Choose AMS TikTok, which I barely even post to. I really got to get back to posting. It's just been absolutely crazy the past couple weeks, man. So I got to get back to posting on TikTok and through the YouTube channel. I mean, yeah, so we definitely have a lot more of an audience than we had when we first started selling clothing. That's actually what we started with, was just selling basically copyrighted designs on t-shirts on Etsy. And as you guys know, that didn't last very long. So, and we've pivoted to transfers and whatnot, and now you see where we are. So we're gonna dip our toes a little bit more in the water, see how it does with the finished apparel. We are offering one SKU, so we're gonna have 7 different sizes, small through 3X, I think. I think it might actually be only 5 SKUs, but I for some reason want to say that we're going to be offering 3X too. Anyways, so we're going to have that many SKUs and only the gray crew neck to keep things as simple as we possibly can, and we'll see where things go. We're going to be selling them on TikTok Shop, and Michaela currently, like I said, is making a TikTok about that now. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap these up, and I'll check in with you guys once I am putting these on the tees. All right, guys, got the test all wrapped up. Here's the t-shirts, and just getting them applied, and then we will be able to get those heat pressed. While I am working on that, Michaela's going to start packaging up WW transfer orders, getting all of those ready to be sent out today. And then once she is done and gets the packages dropped off to the post office, she can help out and help me get these shirts finished up for the day. I think it's going to be a later one. And it is Tuesday, which if you guys have been following me for the past couple weeks, you guys know Tuesday is the worst day for traffic. So I think what we're going to try and do is just pull a late one and then go home at like 6 or 7 so that hopefully the traffic isn't as bad and we don't spend so much time wanting to, I'll leave that out, wanting to spend time in traffic. All right, guys, 6:25. Not sure what kind of footage I got for you today. I know I got a couple of time lapses, but I finished up those pink shirts. Michaela took the WW transfers to the post office. I worked on a couple other t-shirt orders that we had just because the traffic was so bad. Might as well get some work done here rather than sit in the traffic. So that's what we did. High and beat, guys. Hopefully the next couple days can be a little chiller than the past couple weeks have been. But I say that not knowing what we have ahead. So if you guys are interested in staying tuned, make sure you leave a like on the video, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow.